What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Blade Podcast, the podcast about film production, post-production, and marketing. My name is Lungile. Welcome to a brand new episode. Today's episode is going to be a little bit longer, and today I'm going to be talking about industry news in the film and TV industry. Okay, so I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are living well, taking care of yourselves. I just thought I'd switch it up for this episode and talk about what's happening in the industry. If you are a filmmaker or freelancer or film producer, you might want to know. So I just discovered yesterday, I watched a live stream by a tech startup called Frame.io. They launched this new product of theirs called From Camera to Cloud. It's an awesome product which lets you producers and filmmakers and film productions be able to shoot on set and then be able to transmit footage straight to editors. It doesn't send the full res files, but it sends proxies. So this was really great news. When I watched the live stream, I was like, yo, this is like crazy. Like, imagine you have people shooting on set, and after they hit the stop button, the footage is available in your edit suite. Like, that's like, it's crazy. It like literally blew my mind, you know? And I thought this is a nice development, and it's something that will impact a lot of productions. You know, if you have producers that are offsite, or maybe you're shooting like something like the news or reality shows. Actually, it could actually apply to anything. Whether you are even just making a movie, the ability to just get the footage without even waiting for hard drives and copying and going to DITs and all that long process, it could really help speed up productions and help us produce more productions. I think it's really great news. So it's called the Frame.io from camera to cloud. So if you don't know what Frame.io is a tech startup. Basically, they are a video sharing service. So basically, if you have clients and you want to send them stuff, you can use Frame.io to send them stuff. That's usually what their business model is. But now they're expanding and launching this brand new product, and I think it's exciting. Like, I was like watching the live stream thinking, yo, imagine how much productions are going to be much better. The service though, it's not free. Obviously, you can use the service if you have a Frame.io subscription. If you use a subscription. What's great about it is that it's available for all the new cameras, all the three big cameras, Red, RE, Sony, probably the big ones. I think they have a list of like all the cameras that you're going to be able to just shoot from the camera, and then the footage will just be transported via the cloud, and you don't even need like hectic internet to be able to transfer that footage. You can have LTE internet. You don't even have to have Wi-Fi. So that's really great. Imagine if you do have Wi-Fi, or you have fiber, it'd probably be faster. But this is great news, guys. I thought like this was really cool. Also about this whole product, obviously you need some third-party products. So you need the cameras that are supported. You also need to have a TeraDeck device. There's a specific model. I'm not sure what the number is. I'll put it in the description below. So basically, if you shoot, you can get the video and the sound from the sound devices and then send that into the cloud, and then your editor can just start editing from there. And also something that I saw that's cool is that when that footage is in the cloud, the producers, if they're on set or preparing the next production, they can actually watch the clips, watch the dailies, and they can be able to call the people and say, hey, get this shot, don't get this shot, or fix this, there's an issue here. So like, I think it's a really big news for like the film production and TV space. So check that out. I'll put a link below to the Frame.io live stream. Maybe you guys can watch it and check it out and see what's happening. If you are a producer, you probably might want to apply to the Durban Film Mart. So basically this year, I don't know if it's the Durban Film Mart is going to be virtual or it's going to be physical this year, but if you've got a project and you're looking for financing, you can go pitch to them. You can submit your project. You have to fill in their online form, like your log line, synopsis. You have to have a producer, a budget, a finance plan, all these basically like a film package, so that you can be able to get funding for your film. I've applied last year. I didn't get in, but I'm going to apply again this year. I'm busy writing a horror movie that I want to apply with 2 projects this year because 2 projects is better than 1, and see which one will get in. Because I have one that's already finished, but I want to finish the second one and then apply. The deadline, I think, is the 21st of February. So if you're based in South Africa or in Africa, you can apply. And then if your projects get picked, it's going to be one of 15 projects. There's going to be 15 docu projects and 15 fiction projects, film projects. They're going to be picked, and then you're going to have a chance to pitch to finances, broadcasters, investors, and distributors, and be able to get funding for your movie. So it's a really, really must. I was about to say that, the other day I watched this movie called The White Tiger on Netflix. And the main character, he's a driver, he's like an Uber cab type of guy. And then he was talking to his boss. His boss was like, there's an opportunity in another city. And then the boss is like, oh, I'll go a week later. And the guy was like, dude, when you're rich, you pass up opportunities. But when you're not really that rich, you take every opportunity that comes to you. So it was something that really struck me in the movie, where it was like, oh shit, dude, I gotta apply for everything. Every opportunity that I see, I'm gonna jump on it. Every other funding thing, I'm jumping on it. I don't know if that's translating, but the point is, I think it's really important as independent film producers and directors, we need to grab on every opportunity, and unless we are super made and we're the next Michael Bay or big producers, you really, really have to grab every opportunity and apply as much as you can, because you never know which one is going to pop and which one's going to give you that, that big break or that next level edge. So I'm definitely applying to the Durban Film Mart, and I think I'm not wasting that opportunity. If I can get one of my film projects funded, I'm fucking doing it. I'm not even thinking twice about it. So I think if you guys have finished feature film scripts or TV series scripts or docu scripts, just apply, guys. Look at the Durban Film Mart projects. Look at the previous projects. I mean, the application process is really not that hectic. It's logline, synopsis, your crew, your shooting schedule, your budget, your finance plan. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are going to be applying, or if you having trouble applying. Maybe I'd make a video about it and try to help you guys. Or if you've applied before, let me know what the process was, and how was it for when you were pitching a project to investors and broadcasters. I know I've made videos about how to pitch, how to make pitches, how to put together proposals, but I think today's video is about this is an opportunity that you can use all that knowledge and put together your project and pitch for financing so you can get your projects out there. So I think it's a great opportunity. I'm applying. I think you guys should apply also. If not, I don't know what to say to you. Maybe you're scared, but just do it, guys. I think just freaking apply, because you never know. It could change your life. I applied to the Netflix TV series Residency. I don't know if you guys know about that. The deadline is past now. It was 8 November. There was a new deadline. So basically, they wanted people to pitch TV shows to Netflix, and you were supposed to be from either South Africa, Kenya, or Nigeria. And you're supposed to pay 550 Rand. I don't remember how much it is in pounds, but it's a little bit of chunk. It's a decent amount of cash. So I applied for that thing, and as I said, after watching that movie White Tiger, I'm yo, man, I'm taking every opportunity to apply for as many things and have as many projects as possible. Because as a filmmaker, you never know which project is gonna pop, and which one's gonna lead to the next one. But yeah, so I applied to the Netflix residency with the Realness residency with Netflix. I mean, the pitching process was pretty simple. They just wanted the synopsis of the show, bios of the characters, and a breakdown of the episodes and the genre, inspiration behind it. It was really, really cool. But yeah, that 550 was, woof. I felt that after I paid, I was like, oof, okay, I better get this. But I mean, hey, even if I don't get this, I actually think I want to develop the TV show idea into like a fiction podcast. If you don't know what a fiction podcast, it's basically like a TV show that you listen to on Spotify. There's been a lot of like fiction podcasts. I think there's like a big trend of creating fiction podcasts. There's a lot of these fiction podcasts are like people with TV show ideas. They create a podcast, they record it with actors and add sound effects, and they release the episodes on Spotify or iTunes, and the shows blow up. Like, what's the other one? Most of these shows, like, they blow up and then they end up being turned into TV shows. So, like, I know there's a podcast called Limetown. It was made into a Facebook TV show. So, hey, man, you never know what's going to happen. And I think it's a brand new medium. Like, we always making movies or short films, but like making fiction podcasts could be really, really the next big thing. And there's so many fiction podcasts. I'll link a few links below in the description so you guys can check them out. But I think I'm going to do that for my show. I'm going to, whether the Netflix picks it up or not, or the competition picks it up or not, I'll make a fiction podcast of the series and get some actors and book a studio and just do it and see how it's like, And I think it's also a good test to see how, if your idea is strong enough. It's like a test, You still need to direct the actors, get music. It's just nice. It's like a movie in your ears. And I think this is like the next big thing. Like, instead of waiting for people to fund you or money for your production, you can actually do it in a lower budget way. So a fiction podcast, I think they're the future, guys. Like, check them out. I'll put some links below and let me know if you've listened to some. I also made one fiction podcast episode of a sci-fi horror series. It was called Project Island. I'll also link it in the description below. I think it's a different medium. And I think, as filmmakers, we're also entrepreneurs. So we need to look for opportunities everywhere. And we need to just adapt, instead of just pitching to broadcasters all the time. Even though that's great, but like, we need to be like always trying new things. I think it's, for you to have a sustainable career, to live as a filmmaker, independent producer, like, you really need to have multiple projects. You need to be trying different things, taking every opportunity that is presented to you. Because I mean, here in South Africa, we don't have studios, so we can't go pitch to studios. We are our own studios, so we really, really need to like take every opportunity. Something else. Talking about opportunities, I don't know if you guys watched the podcast. It's not a podcast, sorry. It's a documentary. My Octopus teacher. I just read now, like, they are nominated for an Oscar. I mean, that's like really, really, really amazing. Like, I won't lie, that documentary was crazy. If you haven't watched My Octopus Teacher, I don't know what you're doing. Like, what are you doing with your life? But if you haven't, check it out. It's like documentary shot in Cape Town. It's about this guy who became friends with an octopus. And dude, it's like amazing, dude. Like, it hits you like right in the feels. Like, it's a really, really, really great documentary. And I just read that it got nominated for an Oscar. So like, hey, big ups to the production company, the filmmakers. Like, dude, that docu was like next level. Like, I hope it wins the Oscar. Hey, South Africans haven't won an Oscar in a long time. So hey, if this happens, like, I hope it's like this docu. Like, I hope Octopus Teacher wins. Like, yeah, check it out on Netflix. It's really, really, really great. You don't even need to be like a hectic animal person. Like, it's just, I also like the fact that the show is like universal. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but just watch My Octopus Teacher on Netflix. I think it's a great, great documentary. Hope people make more documentaries like that. But yeah, shout out to the team, and yeah, I think it's a good documentary. So check it out, guys. The next topic I want to talk about is, I flew. Oh yeah, something also cool that I discovered. There's a tech startup based in Cape Town called Filmspace. So if you're looking for a location for production, whether it's a film or a commercial, they are the Airbnb for film locations. You know, I've noticed over the years, like whenever I'm looking for the place to shoot, I always have to email location agencies, and they're always very iffy, and like they're very snacks. Yeah, to be honest, they're very snacks about like giving you information about the locations and rates and stuff. So what's different about Filmspace is like it's brand new, but what's great, you can look at the locations and you can see the rates for shooting at the location. So if you're a film producer, film director, and you're looking for locations, I think Filmspace is a great company to look out for. But yeah, because my process is like, my experience has been like finding a location on a location agency's website, and if you email them and say, hey, I like these 3 locations, can you please tell me the different rates for these locations? They never really want to tell you. They're very like bad call, man. Like they're very snacks. That's the best word I can use. Like they never really want to tell you how much you're shooting. And they want you to say, hey, I want to shoot at this one place for this long. This is my production. This is how much crew members I have. And then they'll help you. But if you ask about different places, it's like they never want to, they're not really very, very helpful. And they're not, the customer service is terrible. So Filmspace, I mean, should be better. I mean, right now they're still just based in Cape Town. I'm hoping they come to Joburg because I'm based in Joburg. So we can see some great locations that we could possibly use and, and shoot there and know the prices, how much it costs to shoot there. So yeah, check out Filmspace. It's a tech company based in Cape Town. It's like Airbnb for film locations. And I also saw that you can, if you have a location that you want people to come shoot at, you can take pictures of a location and list it and talk to them, and then people can book your place through them. And they also have insurance so that if anything breaks in your place, they'll cover it. I think it's like, yo, man, we need a lot of companies that are like bleeding edge and like leading and trying new things that are going to help the industry and just push it forward. Check out Filmspace. I'll also put a link in the description below so you guys can check it out. Yeah, I think this is it, guys. I think this has been episode 19 or 20, whatever episode this is of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you like the content. I'm going to be making the videos longer, talking about more stuff, talking about cool stuff. I'm really keen to interview some people from different production companies and people that do different disciplines and, spice up the podcast and make it cooler. Hope you guys will like that. But until next time, guys, if you want me to talk about certain things in the podcast or you want me to explain certain things that I spoke about in the previous podcast, just let me know. I would be happy to talk about that. And yeah, what other things you'd like to see on this podcast. And anyway, thanks for watching this podcast. This has been an episode of the Blade Podcast, a podcast about film production, post-production, and marketing. I'm your host, Lungile. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. Until next time, guys, peace out.